see if I can figure out how to do this to train Sally Miller how to do summer videos. Sally Miller training. Let's open that baby up. Leave that there. Okay, so I'm going to dump some videos in there to show you how this works. So now what I want to do, I got to find some videos. Well, first I want to show you where my this is my main drive. It's an external drive. Okay, so I have all these different files on there. I keep all my I'm looking for my iTunes library. So I create, you can find your iTunes library. I think I called it master library. So find your iTunes master library. And then you got all these things. You see this thing, these are all different music, Guns N' Roses, artists and all that. But you want to alphabetize it, right? And you want to go down to home videos, right? And there's two things in here, by the way. If you have movies, there's a movie folder. Let me do that real quick. So you have movies right here in the iTunes library. These are all movies that I had bought. These are the ones that basically I had converted, and you can see the file type on these are MPG4s, MP4s. I think that was one of your questions. So I put movies in the movies folder, and if you bought movies in the old days, they went to the movies folder in the iTunes folder. If that makes sense. And then, but now you got home videos is another folder, okay? And so what happens here is all the movies, these are MP4s and MV4s, M4Vs I should say, you can see it here. But they're MPG4 movies, that's just different types of MPG4s, right? So what happens is you create a video, you drag it in home videos, and then you gotta go to this Apple, it used to be iTunes, but now you go to this Apple TV icon, right? And you can see here, you have movies, okay, so that's links back to that, as well as I think movies that you have virtual access to. So you can have some that are stored in your hard drive as before they did iCloud, and ones that I put in there, put in movies, right? And then you have this thing right here, home videos, right? And these are all my home videos, right? And then obviously you can access this on Apple TV when you go to any Apple TV that's linked to your account, right? But it's the only way you can do it is you have to, what you'll do on your Apple TV, you go to, I don't have Apple TV open here, but you go to, there's an orange app on the Apple TV, we have all the apps, and it says computers. You can go there, and as long as your Apple TV and is synced up to share within your Wi-Fi system, so it's accessing my hard drives from the Apple TV, going to this folder here to pick up the movies, these home movies. They show up here. So you can play it on your computer, or you can go to Apple TV, go to the orange, I should say, computer app, and you'll see your home videos there. So now how do you get a video there? So let's do that. I'm kind of making this one up as I go. So I could have converted videos and all that, but there's videos obviously that are linked on my phone. So these are some videos like this one here. It's a 15-second video. This is of you and Amy. I'm assuming you can see that. And Linus, of course. So I'm saying, okay, let's move that into my home video folder. Let's see what happens. Okay, let's see if that works. I don't know what I just called it. Let's see. I think it went in there. Date created today. Yeah, here it is. So let's call this ATA and Sally attack Linus. Okay. So we're going to go like that. Okay, so now it's in, that's an MOV file. So hopefully, let's see if that works. I don't know if it'll work. I may have to convert it. But let's see. So now I want to add that to my, to see if I can even find it there. So I think what happens, and I'm going to go home, I'm going to go back to here. I might have to add the video, if I remember correctly. So let's see. So file, library, let's import, okay? Did you see that? I did file import, right? So hold on, let me do that again for you. It's too quick. So I'm in Apple TV, right? Apple TV icon, and I'm going to go to import or library. Let's see, organize library import. Let's try import first. So then I'm going to go back to my hard drive where I was, and I'm going to, this is viewed a little bit differently. Let's see if I can do it. Let's go list. And this view, date modified, none. Okay, so now this is similar to what you had before. Anyway, so the name, I know my my organizer here is right here. You can see I got Albanese music videos and pics, right? I've kind of organized it over the years. And I'm looking for my master library, right? So let's get, there we go. iTunes master library, right? And this is all the stuff that we just talked about. So let's go in there. And we're going to organize it, and we'll go to home, right? Let me go back here, iTunes master library, and organize, and go home, videos, right? Here we go, home videos, and let's see, what did I call it? Amy? Let's, this is organized. See if it's even in there. ATA and Sally, Linus Attack. Let's say open, right? And so now, let's see, recently added. That's the one we just saw, right? But let's see if we go back to home videos, if it's in there. Should be, yeah, there it is. So now I should be able to see that on my Apple TV. Hope that makes sense. So you're just, again, you're dragging file from your, this is from the Photos app, right? You know what I'm saying? So you click on the Photos app here, and that's linked to my phone, so dragging videos. Or you could have converted a video, an old video you had, to a digital file via Handbrake and make it an MPEG-4. You drag it into your home video file on your iTunes library folders, and then you have to go to here, which is the Apple TV app, right? And you have to import that file, okay, so it shows up there. All right? Hopefully that makes sense, and you'll be able to see this video. I guess I created this Sally training file because if it didn't work here, I would have dragged the file. I could have done that over here. So let's do it with another one real quick. So let's say this one here, I'm going to drag it here, and it, it's just another file, and then I would have named it Amy Sally test. Whatever your coding is for the names of your files. I like to do them with years, right? So I would have added a 2024 there. This is that video. So let's change the name too. Let's just say, so 2024, that's 2023 actually, I think. December, so it's month 12, whatever, we'll just leave it like that for now, right? So it'll organize differently. So now, I've got that video in there, and I just dragged it from here to here just to show you why I did this folder. But again, you might not have had something on your iPhone. It might have been an old VCR tape that you digitized. You drag it, you have to consolidate it here, and then you drag it into your home video thing on in your music library on your hard drive, and so that that's going to show in there. And then I have to import that again, right? So I'm going here again. I'm going to I'm on the TV app again. Let's make sure I get in there. It's still importing it right here. So you can see it's working. It's a little bit bigger file. So, and then what I have to do, I got to go in and import that so that it shows up. I'm going to the Apple TV app. It's taking a while to download. I don't know why it takes so long. Let's see if I can open it up. It's this big file. That's the problem. And that's what you'll run into, is the size of these files are so big, right? So, and it's for some reason not working, but I don't know what that is. There it is. Okay, so now it's fully loaded. And so now I go back to here. I got to go import, and I'm going to my iTunes master library, which that's what I call it. I don't know if it always says master library. I think it says iTunes library probably usually. I named mine because I had a couple of different libraries. Another story for another day. Going down to home videos. I'm going to find that one I just put in there. So let's see. I don't know, this is organized here. Here we go. This is the one I just put in there. So I'm going to open, and it's recently added. I go down to home videos. Let's see, I guess this numbers is probably at the end. So here's that video. And again, that would be playable on, you go to your Apple TV, and you can find it. Hope that makes sense. It's a long recording, but maybe I'll put it on YouTube and get 1 million hits. Who knows? Okay, we're on our Apple TV here, right? All right, so we got all our apps. We're going to go to this orange app in a second. But before we do that,
we got to make sure home sharing's on. So I think it's go users account. These are all the different users that you have. And you got to have this home sharing thing turned on. You want to, you know, mine's on. I don't want to shut mine off. Mine's already on. So make sure that's on. So that's connected to your iTunes account. Okay, now we go back, and the ones we just added, we're going to go, you know, I'm not going into movies here. Not on the TV, it doesn't show up here, right? The home videos don't show up here, right? You can see here. So I don't think it shows here, right? So these are just the new Apple TV, right? So I got to go down to this computer thing, and these are the ones that I've loaded. These are my personal movies, the one I had in that movie file that I put in there, you know, and then you have a home videos folder, right? And that, everything I put in there is there. So let's go down here. Let's look at the recently added, all right? Let's see. Let me see. I don't know. Hopefully. Oh, home videos. Let me go back. Oh, sorry. Go back. That's it's attached to my. Oh, I took it out. So make it's linked to my library. So did you see that? Back up a little bit. So again, home. Go to computers. Make sure it's attached to your library. Now you got all this stuff, right? So here's the ones that they just showed up now. See that? Recently added. So now you can see them here. You know, and this will be the one of you two knuckleheads. I don't know what you're doing. So anyways, that's just, that's how it works. And so then you go back and you have all these other ones that are in that home video file. You go, all of them here. So I've kind of put it, you can put them in genres on the file name itself. So the Damie stuff is about the kids. I just, you know, these are some other ones. I got my Bikram stuff in here too. So if you want to add stuff like that, so you can see it on, you know, on your Apple TV, your big TV. Hope that makes sense. That concludes today's lesson.